softly, like it didn't want to know. Your side of the bed was quiet, but the air still said hello. I washed the sheets, opened the windows, told myself I was strong. Perfume on an empty pillow, your scent refused to leave, like love had found a hiding place where memory still breathes. I turned the page, I closed the door, but it followed me through. Perfume on an empty pillow still smells like you. Your sweater lost its warmth, but not the way you felt. Every breath I didn't take still knew by myself. I thought time would erase you, but it learned your name. Perfume on an empty pillow, your scent refused to leave. Every goodbye I practiced still came back incomplete. I learned how to move on slowly without wanting to. Perfume on an empty pillow still smells like you. If love had a fingerprint, it would be this, something invisible I can't resist. Perfume on an empty pillow, long after you're gone, my heart still wakes up thinking you'll come home. If missing you skipped on the floor. Your hand found mine somehow. Then I leaned closer to listen as we forgot where we were now. Every step felt borrowed, like time was looking away. We danced until the clock forgot us, till the wall stood still. Time stood quiet in your arms like it always will. Every second gave up on counting when you pulled me near. We danced until the clock forgot us, like love lived there. Your laughter spilled like wine across the worn-out floor. We weren't young, we weren't sure, but we didn't need much more. Some moments don't ask permission, they just decide to stay. We danced until the clock forgot us, till the night let go. Time stood still in your arms. Did you feel it slow? Every fear learned how to rest when you held me there. We danced until the clock forgot us, like nothing else was fair. If forever only lasts one song, then we lived it right. I choose that room, that sound, that touch every single night. We danced until the clock forgot us, till the morning came. Time still trembles when I hear the echo of your name. If the world kept turning after we didn't care. We danced until the clock forgot us, like love paused there. Still dancing somewhere. Still dancing somewhere. I was driving nowhere slowly, just to hear the night think, when the radio started playing something I didn't expect. 3 notes in, and I already know our song belongs too late, like a juke I couldn't take. The radio remembered you when I tried hard not to. Every word came back unchanged, every feeling wrong. Our song played once too late, and I broke in two. Your laugh lived in the chorus, you could buy it in my verse. I pulled the car to the shoulder to let it hurt worse. Funny how love waits for the perfect time to speak. Our song played once too late on an empty street. The radio said everything you never said to me. I change your life. My heart learned how to whisper what it couldn't say. I loved you quietly forever. Some loves never asked to be seen. I carried you in my small prayers and all the in-between. You never knew my name that way, and that's okay with me. I loved you quietly forever, where love could just be. I watched you love another, and I wished you well. I hid my tears in crowded rooms when no one could tell. Not every love is meant to knock on the door. I loved you quietly forever, without asking why. I chose the ache of honesty over a beautiful lie. If loving you meant losing, I agreed to the terms. I loved you quietly forever, and never learned. If you ever felt protected for no clear reason at all, that was me loving you from afar. I loved you quietly forever. Some loves stay unseen. Not every heart is meant to be held. Some are meant to believe. If love is measured by truth, not who stays or leaves. I loved you quietly forever, and that was enough for me. Quietly forever. We were standing in the kitchen late, plates still warm, the clock too tired to speak. Your hands smelled like soap and thyme. Mine was shaking just to feel you breathe. The radio was barely on, some old song bending out of tune. You pulled me close, no reason why, like love had nothing else to do. We danced between the dishes and forgot the world outside. No diamonds, no conditions, just your smile learning mine. If love is found in simple things, then this is where it stays. We were rich and small forever, in the most ordinary place. The window hummed with passing cars. The night leaned in to watch us sway. Your laugh fell soft against my chest, like it had always known the way. No promises, no grand parade, just quiet hearts refusing fear. If this is all love ever gives, I swear it's more than enough here. place. If tomorrow steals the moment, let it try, it won't erase the way your eyes said stay with me without a single word to say.
Your shadow crossed the hallway wall, a quiet miracle at 2 a.m. The house was holding its breath like it knew you were everything. You leaned against the door and smiled like you had nowhere else to go. I swear the air began to glow just because you said hello. There's still warmth where you passed by, still echoes in the floor. Love doesn't need a spotlight, it just needs an open door. If forever ever asks me where I learned to stay, I'll say under hallway light. In the most ordinary way, your sweater hanging on the chair still smells like yesterday. I talk to it when I miss you, like it might hear what I can't say. There's still warmth where you pass by, still echoes in the floor. Love doesn't need a spotlight, it just needs an open door. If love is only moments, then let this one remain unremarkable to others, but everything to me. There's still warmth where you passed by, still magic in the plane. I found heaven standing barefoot in the most ordinary place. Kettle sang before we did, steam rising like a prayer. You took your coffee way too sweet, I took you unaware. Sunlight slipped across your face like it was meant to stay. You said my name so softly, I forgot the words to say. We told the truth in coffee cups, in silence, not in sound. Love doesn't shout, it listens close to what is always still wild from sleep. You joked about the future like it wasn't ours to keep. We talked about the little things that never make the news, like which road felt more like home and what song we'd always choose. We never rushed the day, we let it come to us. Love was never loud or bright, it was patient, it was just. Two souls learning rhythm in the quiet and the plain. We didn't chase forever, we just didn't run away. Your fingers traced the counterline like mapping out our fate. I watched you wash the dishes and thought, God, I can't wait. We never rushed the day, we let it come to us. Love was never loud or bright, it was patient, it was just. If life is made of seconds, then this one's stitched in gold. The art of staying present in a story never told. We never rushed the day, and somehow that was brave. We made a life from ordinary, and that's what love wants safe. The smoke alarm sang too slow. We laughed like kids caught in a lie. You waved a towel at the ceiling, I waved goodbye to trying. Dinner didn't turn out right, but somehow we still ate. You kissed my cheek and said, hey, this is a perfect day. Nothing else to impress, no one else to see. If loving you is simple, but simple works for me. We'd
You always take the same old chair by the window facing west, like you know where comfort lives, without ever needing guests. I learn your habits quietly, the way your silence sounds, the way you look before you speak, like truth is looking around. You feel familiar like my name, like something always mine. Love isn't sparks or fireworks, it's showing up on time. If home is just recognition, then I'm already there. Every time you sit beside me in that old familiar chair. The room was still, the lights were low, the night leaned softly on the wall. You sat beside me close enough to say nothing at all. Your breathing settled into mine like it had learned my pace. We didn't fill the silence up, we gave it time and space. Quiet isn't empty when you're near, it's full of things we never say. Love doesn't always need a voice, sometimes it gently stays. We spoke without sound, without fear, no need to explain how or why. If this is all love ever asks, then let it be this quiet night outside. The city held its breath, cars passed like distant waves. Inside, the world was just our hands, and all the calm we gave. I traced the line along your arm, like reading something true. Every pause between our words was saying, I choose you. If someday noise comes crashing in and pulls us far apart, remember how we learned to love in the stillness of the heart. Quiet isn't empty when you're here, forgot to wake us up. The sun came in too late. Your hair was wild, the sheets were warm. The world could probably wait. We left the dishes where they were, the plans we never made. You smiled like nothing needed fixing, so we stayed. Sundays don't ask questions, they don't care who we've been. They just open up their arms and let us rest in them. No future talks, no heavy weight, no reasons we must say. The world kept spinning somewhere else, but we stayed anyway. Your fingers drew lazy lines across my sleepy chest. You said, let's not decide a thing. I said, that sounds like rest. Outside the noise was far away. Inside we learned to breathe. Like loving you required nothing but to be. If life is always asking us to run, to prove, to choose, then let this day remind us what we gain when we refuse. Sundays don't ask questions, they don't need us to explain. They let love be unremarkable and still remain. No perfect plans, no grand escape, just time slipping through. The best decision we ever made was doing nothing with you. When Monday comes, it can wait its turn. Today was honest, slow and true. You fold the day like careful hands, putting worries all away, turning chaos into calm at the end of every day. You ask me how my heart survived all the hours you weren't there. Like love is something fragile that needs constant care. I love the way you fold the day so gently into night, leaving nothing sharp or broken in the quiet light. If loving you is learning how to treat each moment kind, then I'm still learning every day the beauty of your mind.
tired hearts like mine, how love looks at its best. No wasted hours, no unloved parts, no fear of what we find. You leave nothing unloved in me, and I leave nothing behind. So when the dark comes quietly, I'm not afraid at all. The music faded from the room. The moment passed us by. The kind of silence that arrives when nothing says goodbye. You didn't rush to fill the space or reach for something new. You stayed like love was not a spark, but something we'd outgrown into. I want the love that didn't leave when the song was done. Not the fire that burns too fast, but the one that runs, still here after the echo fades. Still choosing me and you. I don't need forever promised, just love that didn't move. We changed in ways we couldn't see. Soft edges, slower hearts, but nothing felt like losing you. It felt like learning parts. You held my hand through ordinary, through boredom and through doubt. Like staying was the bravest thing love ever figured out. If someday all the words run dry and beauty feels worn thin, let us be the kind of love that quietly remains. I want the love that didn't leave when the lights went low, when nobody was watching and there was nothing left to show. Still here after every storm, still honest, still true. I don't need a perfect story, just one that stayed with you. The song is over, but look, we're still here.